Mike, first of all, it's good to see you. After a
Yes.
sweep, I was texting Derek Hall last night. I was like, how you doing? He goes, how you think I'm doing? So I'll ask you the same question, Mike, after winning 4 straight. How are you doing like that?
Yeah, we're playing better baseball now, so it's good. You
Yeah.
know, I think it's been pretty consistent here for the last couple of weeks, which is good to see. Started to swing the bats a little bit. The pitching's been great. You know, bullpen's done a really good job. So we're trying to tie all this stuff together, but we're still a work in progress, and we got a ways to go. And the National League's been very competitive so far this year, so we have some ground to make up. But it's going to start with us playing better baseball.
There we go.
Yes.
We're going to get to all the baseball stuff here in just a moment. But, Mike, it was really cool Monday night out here at the ballpark. You guys presenting that donation, $200,000 right there, of course, to the Ivory Brain Center. Just what did that mean to do that and to do that in your wife's honor?
Yeah, you know, that's something we've done. Thankfully, you know, Derek and Debbie and Ken have helped us as a family kind of try to make an impact here in an area that was obviously a very traumatic time for us. And, you know, keeping Nicole's name at the forefront, obviously it is for us, but in publicly too, you know, for her friends and our family is so important. And then the last thing is us continue to try to contribute a way to help find a cure for something that doesn't have one. And, you know, the diagnosis that she got, we talked a lot about not having other people have to get that diagnosis, that there's more hope associated with if you are afflicted with this, that there's paths, there's treatments, and that's going to take money and research and development, and they're doing that over there, and we're so grateful. And all the work that Dr. Sinai is doing and the care he took of Nicole and continuing to try to find a cure for brain cancer, and we're still pushing towards that.
I know we talked last Mother's Day, and you see the shirts honoring Nicole still throughout the clubhouse. What has the baseball community and family meant for your family during this time, and what's the response been like just seeing the work you've done in your wife's honor?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, we play in a hyper-competitive environment. You know, we're all enemies every day, but we're all friends off the field, even though we go to battle every day.
Sure.
And watching, you know, I think everyone kind of helps take care of the people that are in this world, and I'm very grateful for that, and the support and love for my kids and for me and the friends that I have that have reached out that helped do this, and all the guys wearing the T-shirts means so much when my kids come to the games and see, you know, all the players wearing it pregame, and it just means so much. It's a little thing, you know, but it ends up being a really big thing for us, and so we're very appreciative of that.
The fun continues, Mike, you know, in Nicole's honor.
Yeah.
I know baseball is special, wins are special. I know you have a lot of favorite baseball memories, but to continue that fun in your wife's name, is that up there for you?
Yeah, we're not going to stop. You know, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep trying to raise as much money as humanly possible, and I'm willing to donate money too and put all that in there and do anything that we can to find a way to help support the guys that are doing the stuff, the nurses and the doctors and the researchers on the front lines to help the next person not have to get that diagnosis.
2-0 pitch. Hit deep to right center field. It is far. It is gone. It's a grand slam to send Arizona State to the Super Regionals.
They're the best story in college softball, the hottest team, the Big 12 champs. They just keep on winning. ASU coming off winning the College Station Regional in walk-off fashion. Now the Sun Devils are primed for a Super Regional matchup in Austin against the Texas Longhorns. ASU head coach Megan Bartlett was an assistant there before taking over at ASU in 2022. It's a best-of-3 series, Game 1, Friday, 6 p.m. The winner is headed to the Women's College World Series. But first, Coach, Red Mountain alum Brooklyn Ulrich, Mika Lupi, and Kaylee Pond join us in studio.
And one of the hottest teams in softball turns it up a notch.
Coach, I know y'all just got off an airplane and back in town. What have the past 24 hours been like?
Unreal. The girls played amazing this weekend, brought home another championship to Tempe. Just really proud of them.
Yeah. Are you tired? I mean, did y'all sleep at all after all this?
We're highly caffeinated right now, so it's okay.
There we go. Brooklyn, take us through that hit. It was unbelievable to watch it. I don't know if I've ever seen a walk-off Mercy Rule grand slam in my life. Just when it left your bat, what did you think?
I had no idea that was a walk-off, and I hadn't even taken into consideration that it was a grand slam. But as soon as I hit it, I knew it was going to be gone, so I just started jogging. Yeah.
I saw on your Twitter this morning that you had a little picture of you watching Sun Devil softball back in the day.
Yes.
To come through in that moment to send this team to the Super Regional, Is it full circle? Is it a dream come true? What's the feeling like?
Yeah, it's a full circle moment. I could not imagine spending my last year anywhere else but here, and it's just a dream, and I'm happy to be here.
I just started screaming. I ran out. I knew it was gone, and we didn't realize until she hit home plate, someone was like, "We just won," and everyone like kind of stopped and then started.
So it was
screaming
everybody
again.
who kind of was like wondering what was going on.
I physically picked my jaw up off the floor and then gave her a big hug because, I mean, that's such a special moment, and she's a senior too, and so we were just excited. We cooled down a little bit. We took a big jump in the pool. That was really fun.
That's the best celebration ever, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the uniforms are a little wet. The bags are a little heavier on the flight back. But, yeah, I mean, I've already started watching film. I'm super excited.
It's been super fun to be a part of. I think it's awesome that we're getting, I feel like, more and more hot as the season continues. Like, all facets of the game just keep working better and better as we keep playing, and it's really fun to be a part of.
What makes this team so special?
I think our energy and our intensity, like at all times, everyone in the dugout is always screaming, and there's videos being sent in our group chat, and we have every single day one of the girls on our team, Ryan, makes a hype video for us. So like we have new hype videos from every game.
Brooklyn, did you know what the scuba celebration was? I had to learn that yesterday, by the way.
Tiare and Ash had to teach me what it meant, and then after asking about that, like 2 months into season, then I started doing it as well.
Did you know your teammates were doing all that behind you?
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I was like too focused on, listening and hearing the announcers and what they were asking me.
Coach, did you know what the scuba celebration was? Have you done it yet?
I am not TikTok fabulous.
You're not?
I am not. Anything I remotely know that's cool, these guys teach me.
Coach, what's it been like to coach these girls and this team?
God, just so grateful. I think for the ones that have been with us from go, the ones that chose us this summer, and really I think bought into a vision, and they're bringing it to life. I mean, we knew what we were after. We knew what the expectations were here, and we had a pretty clear idea of how we were going to get there, but without their belief, their trust, their hard work, none of that happened. So yeah, we love these guys so much. We'll remember this team forever.
Yeah, they did it. They followed it, and y'all are still playing. Take me through the matchup against Texas. What are you expecting?
Ooh, heading back to my previous stop. Yeah, Mike White's one of the best in the game, and he'll certainly have them well prepared. And they're talented, but we're talented too, and we're pretty hot right now. So I'm excited. I'm thrilled to go back to Austin, and we're going to give them hell.
We were talking about this on the way over, that every pitcher that we have faced leading up to this have been great pitchers, and they're just preparing us for the next one that we're going to see.
I think the Big 12 tournament has really prepared us, and we're continuing to get experience in the postseason. And, I just feel like we're peaking at the right time. Coaches always talk about that. And I never really understood the concept. In my 6 years, I've never really experienced this before. So we're just ready to see our best and how it matches up against theirs.
Coach, good luck to you guys. Can we do a scuba out the door? Can we do it on TV? It's a primetime audience. How do we do this?
Okay.
Come on. Hey, there we go. Coach, you too. Go, Coach, go.
Willie Bloomquist has decided who will start the first game of the Big 12 tournament. It's not his ace of the staff, but instead a senior who will not get rattled on the stage. Cole Klecker gets the ball on Thursday. The Hamilton High product, yet another example of the homegrown talent who have powered ASU this season.
I'll take a senior, with that much experience opening up the conference tournament on Thursday, and kid's competitive kid. He knows how to pitch, and I'll take that any day of the week.
A vote of confidence for Klecker, who missed his start last week with food poisoning. The health of ASU's best starting pitcher, even more of a question.
I'm never going to put our guys' health in jeopardy at the expense of a baseball game.
Cole Carlone lasted less than 2 innings against Houston, but the former Corona del Sol star said he's ready for his regular workload.
More of a precautionary thing, so I'm really just thankful that it wasn't anything to be worried about.
Carlone skyrocketed onto the scene in his first season as a starter. He said fall ball battles with fellow Valley native Landon Hairston sharpened his skills.
He definitely got me a lot more than I got him, so he's awesome, and if there was one guy I wouldn't want to face in college baseball, it's him.
Hairston recently tied the ASU single-season home run record. He said he can finally breathe headed into the Big 12 tournament.
I won't lie about it. It's definitely been on my mind, but it was just kind of a weird couple weeks there where I wasn't hitting any extra base hits. Luckily enough, in Houston, started getting some pitches to hit and did some damage with them.
The homegrown Hairston and the close-to-home Carlone say deep runs in both postseason tournaments would validate everything.
That's something me and Cole had at the forefront of our minds when we committed here, being able to represent your family, your friends, and the whole state of Arizona.
ASU opens with Cincinnati in Surprise at 8 p.m. It'll likely start even later, with it being the last game of the day. Bloomquist said it's better than the alternative. His team has shown a history of sleepwalking for early start times, but he said his team will be wide awake for this one. At Phoenix Muni, Jake Garcia, 12 Sports.
An Iron Man with soft hands, this career Cardinal racked up the second most receiving yards all time. My man, Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, that career Cardinal line still gives me goosebumps. The Valley, of course, gearing up to celebrate the greatest Cardinal ever as he gets set to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 12 Sports was, of course, there in February when Larry got the news he will be inducted into the 2026 class. We will be there in Canton in August, of course, for the Hall of Fame game right here on 12 News and the ceremony. But first, Fitz out in our community once again, hosting his annual Fitz Supper Club event over there at Dominic Steakhouse, one final time. Larry, 20 years with your foundation, 16 years here with your supper club. You had to put into words what this night means and to celebrate a phenomenal job you've done in this community. How would you sum it up?
Just gratitude, but I also know I play wide receiver. Like I've never caught a pass that I've thrown myself. And this organization has been a recipient of a lot of generosity in this city and around the country. And like our goal from this point out, this being our last, to be great facilitators of the capital that we then want to raise. And like that is our main focus. So this might be our last event, but it's definitely not an ending of any source to what we've been working on and what we continue to work on as an organization. And I have a strong motto: it's always better to leave early than to stay too late. Yeah.
We still wish you would have stayed on the field a little bit longer. You know that.
No. Everybody got to get a turn. Yeah. Everybody get a turn. Yeah.
When you think about what's next for you in this community, what is next?
Well, I'm just continue to keep pouring my energy and time and resources into the organizations I've been focused on. This last year, Banner and MD Anderson partnered with me to be able to open our breast cancer center, and I want to continue to do good work in this city. This city has given me everything and more that I could ever dreamt of. I would have never, if you had asked me 20 plus years ago when I got here in 2004, if this is what it would have. Sure. I'm not talking about the football. I'm talking about everything. My kids being born here. It's just been an amazing journey, and I owe so much to this community. I'll never be able to repay the things that I was able to get in terms of the love and the support and just all the things. I still go out in restaurants and people are still very kind and lovely to me, and I haven't played in a meaningful game in 5 years, right? And
they still want you to play.
Yeah, it would be bad. My reputation would drop like an anvil. If I went out there and played. They got Marvin and Michael and the guys Trey, out there, Trey and Jeremiah. Now, I wouldn't even play. That's the problem. Even if I was out there, I wouldn't play.
Come on.
No, I couldn't get out there. I couldn't do it.
Speaking of the Cardinals, I saw you talking to the rookies. It's crazy how life works. You were that rookie at one point all those years ago, and now you're giving advice to the young kids. What'd you tell them?
Well, I just told them it goes by so fast. Cherish these moments. I know sometimes you're out there in practice, it's 100 degrees out, and you're like, man, I just want to get over with this. And when you get finished and you're older, you would do anything to have the opportunity to go work on your craft and doing something that's a lot of fun that you dreamt about as a child. And so really focus on that, develop relationships. When you get out into the real world, it's very different, landscape. And so really cherish those moments.
What do you think of our Cardinals and new head coach Mike LaFleur? You had a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I love Coach LaFleur. Got a chance to meet him a few times. His energy is infectious. I love, his approach on ball and how passionate he is about, not only football but the guys. Just being out there in practice and seeing the tempo and how he talks to all the players, builds relationships. That's something that's really cool. And so I'm on board. I want to see them do well. As always, I'm a lifelong Cardinal guy.
All right, your Hall of Fame is coming up. Are you excited? Counting down the days at all?
I've talked to a bunch of guys who've kind of gone through the process, and they're like, Larry, try to make sure you take it all in and really focus, because this is the 1 year, and you'll be going back every year, but it'll be a very different experience. And so trying to make sure that I enjoy the process. I think if I could take back one thing throughout my 17 career, I don't think I enjoyed it as much, because I was so focused on trying to win a championship, trying to elevate my team, bringing people along with me. I never really smell the roses, so to speak, and so I'm trying to do that now.
Just how bad were the numbers surrounding what the Cardinals did?
Pretty bad, almost as bad as their record last season. It's really gaining a lot of traction on social media, and for all the wrong reasons. The Cardinals actually had the most views on X among the NFC West teams, but the discussion, was it actually worth watching and was it good? Check it out. The theme, Cardinals' Big Red mascot, was in charge of the schedule release involving mascots from around the league in a Zoom meeting. It's pretty much AI slop is what the kids are calling it, right? That they're poking fun at the Chargers and different teams and fan bases. And the Chargers, meanwhile, they actually have one of the more highly anticipated schedule release videos every year. They actually had more than 16 million views on their video in less than 24 hours. They actually had a Halo video game themed schedule release, and it's very detailed, pokes a lot of fun at the Cardinals actually. But just seeing this kind of AI generated State Farm Stadium in the background with saguaros, it's just kind of lame, right? The fans, they sounded off, of course. The Cardinals wanting some big numbers. We'll take a look at these numbers in terms of the NFC West. Every other team receiving positive reaction to their schedule release videos, but this is what they call getting ratioed on social media, is when the comments exceed the amount of views.
Oh gosh.
Because people are sounding off in a negative way.
Negative way. Okay.
More than 32 times as many replies, and it's just
so what
really
is this called? It got ratioed?
Ratioed, yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
for every comment and view, for every view, there's X amount of comments, and they have the worst ratio. So it's just not a good look, really. And the fans sending Cameron Cox and myself some replies, as you can imagine. The fans had something to say. They just wanted something to look forward to, right? Something exciting, creative, funny, relevant, something they can get behind, share, kind of. You know, we see, again, the Halo release video from the Chargers. The Raiders did a Step Brothers theme. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a world-famous comedian doing a Tampa Bay Watch theme. I mean, teams really invest in kind of flaunting their social and creative teams and getting their fan bases hyped, and the Bird Gang is not hyped. Yeah,
was it AI? Like, was it actual AI?
It certainly looks like it. There is they had a little disclaimer at the back end that said no mascots were harmed or used in the making of this video, maybe outside of Big Red. So it seemed like Big Red was in front of a green screen doing some motions, and then they copy and pasted it to other mascots. I don't know much about AI in that world. It kind of freaks me out a little bit, but the fans are not feeling the video.
Okay. Wow.
And I saw Trevor Lawrence cut his hair.
Allegedly.
For Jacksonville.
That could have been AI too. I don't know. I'm not buying it. Or a wig. A very poorly done wig.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Yeah. You think he really cut his hair?
I think he did.
I don't know.
But again.
Is it like the Guy Fieri thing where he changed?
Right,
well,
right.
Except they show his hair being cut, and then they show him on the field taking snaps.
Well, but AI could do all that.
I guess it could.
You know,
I don't
maybe they have some pulls in Hollywood in the makeup and hair department to
Yeah.
make some magic happen. But
So I guess the Cardinals need to go back to the drawing board on this one.
absolutely, and a physical drawing board, something that involves actual people, mascots,
artistic work.
alumni, fans,
You're
something.
saying a mascot Zoom doesn't do it for you?
It's just outdated. It's lazy. It's a bummer. It's a bummer for fans to see a team that was the worst in the league, had a historically bad season, deliver something like this in the one day in the offseason that fans are like refreshing
Right.
their feeds to get excited.
They do get excited about the schedule release.
Yes, exactly. The fact that this is even a thing, an event, is something that is new. So lean into it, maybe. Give some, was Larry busy?
Well, no doubt they're hearing the comments. They're seeing the comments.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have to, because that is really the only other video people are talking about besides the high production quality of the Chargers, and even the Broncos had a really clever video with Peyton Manning and his daughter.
Now you make me want to go watch those other videos now.
Yeah,
All
spend
right.
your time doing that.
Okay. Not
You
the
saw
Cardinals.
enough from the one from our home team here.
Grass League teed off their season in Tempe. They'll be back in December for the Grass League Championships. Did you know familiar Arizona Cardinal is helping grow the game? Throughout the years, we've seen AQ Shipley do all kinds of jobs. Starting center, broadcaster, golfer. now team owner?
I mean, when you're young, right, you want to own a team, right? When you're done playing, it's like, hey, how do I figure out how to own the Cardinals? Well, clearly didn't make enough money to do that. So this is kind of the next best thing.
Shipley is one of the ownership partners of the Las Vegas Action, one of 11 franchises in Grass League, the world's first high-stakes par 3 golf league.
I saw potential in it from the first time I came out here. The vibes kind of remind you of Waste Management Phoenix Open. It's fun, but there's really good golf being played.
Grass League is a growing team-style competition, blending pro and amateur golfers. Right now, the league plays 3 major style events, 2 of those right here at Grass Clippings in Tempe.
It's become the new kind of wave with social content creators, good golfers, primetime golf under the lights with vibes, music, and drinks.
Golf has always been a big part of AQ's life. He and his dad have been on a number of father and son golf trips.
Golf was like my little way to get away for a couple hours. And then my dad and I always played when we were growing up. We would go on these trips. When we went to Scotland, we did a couple things in the United States, but it was always some type of golf trip.
Now walking the course with his kids, he's passing that love of golf down. And seeing his team compete gets those competitive juices flowing again.
We got low in us today?
Yeah.
Come on.
We obviously do. You know we do.
And we're following our groups and we're watching the shots. I mean, I'm out there behind the green getting fired up, and it was so fun.
Speaking of being fired up, Shipley will be back on the mic in the booth this fall for his 2nd season as the Cardinals radio analyst. And he's a big fan of what they did in the draft.
I mean, Jeremiah Love's a great football player. I like taking football players over guys that maybe have massive potential and we hear, oh, they got a high ceiling. I'd rather watch the tape, see this guy's good, plug and play type guy. That's what Jeremiah Love is. Love the pick in the 2nd round. Chase Basantis, I was a big fan. Loved his game at A&M, and I saw they drafted him. He's a nasty physical player. And then from there, you move on. You got Carson Beck. Obviously, we'll see. He'll have an opportunity to compete. I don't know if Carson's going to be the starter right away, but he's got massive upside. We can take that anytime in the 3rd round.
One of the greatest track athletes to ever come out of our state is back home, hoping to continue his career, all while paying it forward.
Hey, you guys just react. Okay, play football.
Life can move quick. So can Devon Allen.
Life happens quick. You know, I wouldn't have thought 13 years after I graduated that I'd be coaching again.
The 2-time Olympian is back where it all started. His alma mater, Brophy High School, coaching track and football.
I'm out here coaching receivers. Pretty fun and exciting, kind of, you know, full circle moment for me just because, you know, I played here. You know, now I'm helping get these kids ready to go.
Allen was a 2-time record-setting sports star for Brophy. A few years ago, they named their yearly track meet the Devon Allen Invitational.
He's full of juice, and we need some youth on this staff. We got old guys like me getting old with these gray beards.
We better get loud, freaking Friday Fever's here.
Broncos head coach Jason Jewell says he's been begging Allen for years to come back and coach.
How many people in the world can say that they ran in 2 Olympics and then got 2 years in the NFL? I mean, probably not very many, right? So then he's a Brophy legend. So for him to come out here and be around our kids is phenomenal.
Some kids know, and some kids, you know, are football fans or track fans, kind of know what's going on. Obviously, I got a meet named after me. I got my name still on the record boards, and so that helps. It's cool to fly under the radar, and to earn respect by being a good coach is probably more important.
Allen has done this coaching gig before, a part-time gig while training at the Naval Academy.
Definitely one of the things that I think kind of pushed my career, 2020, 2021, 2022, where I was the best in the world. Coaching definitely helped with that.
I'm trying to make you guys think a little bit.
Allen says the biggest difference between athletes now and the ones back at his day, strength.
I don't think I've seen more kids squat 405 in my life in terms of just in general, even when I was in college and in the league.
Allen is back in the Valley recovering from his 3rd knee surgery, which cost him a chance to compete in the 2024 Olympics. Now he's got his eyes on LA in 2028.
Just trying to get healthy. I had the knee surgery 2 years ago, just having a few complications with that. And once I'm healthy, I'm back on the track, and my goal ultimately is going to be the 2028 Olympics. I've done it twice before, right? Like, this is my 3rd reconstruction. Obviously, I'm older and a little bit harder to recover after, you get cut on a few times, but if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me. Life's good. Injuries are tough. Being an athlete's a grind anyway. So, I've had a really great career up to this point, and hopefully I can make it 2 or 3 more years and be able to write a book about it.
The hometown hero is staying home. Jake Hildebrand commits to ASU. Jake, first of all, congratulations. Just take me through the thoughts, the emotions. What's it like to stay home and go into ASU?
Yeah, it's surreal for me. Being able to, my grandpa, went to ASU, definitely was a big factor in that way. But also me growing up here in Arizona, my whole life, I've always been like, I feel at home at ASU. Emotions are really high too because I have all my friends and family here. So definitely excited, and everything's looking good.
Yeah, your grandpa's right behind us. Your mom's over there. Your dad gave such a wonderful, emotional speech about your life so far, and they seem to be so excited for you. What's your message to them, your family?
Yeah, you know what? I love you guys. You know, thank you for everything that you guys have done. You know, Dad, for being able to, you know, wake up early so I can go to my trainings. My mom for making me, you know, all those desserts and all those pastas and stuff like that. You know,
protein pancakes too. That's the secret, right?
Oh yeah, protein pancakes for sure.
Staying here at ASU, obviously you're the first top recruit in the state to commit to ASU since N'Keal Harry in 2016. What do you see about ASU that shows that the Valley is being activated and the program is on a rise?
Coach Tuatelli and Coach Kenny Dillingham, you know, they've been here for a few years now. They had the opportunity to leave and go to Michigan, but they decided to stay here. You know, that was the biggest job at the time that was available, and they decided to, you know, stay here and really build ASU. And they said, we're going to do something really special here, and I've definitely bought into that vision.
Yeah. What do you make of what they've been able to do here recently, the success the program has had?
Yeah, you know, being able to go to the college football playoffs, and then last year had a really great year, was able to be in the Sun Bowl. You know, having Max being able to play for only 4 years, you know, and then Coach Tuatelli finding him at a junior college to now being for the with the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, going first round. You know, Jordan Tyson as well, being another guy that, you know, went to Colorado and then came here, you know, definitely showed that ASU has what it takes to be a force to be reckoned with.
All right, here at Basha, it's been a lot of fun to watch you play. 2-time All-Fever team member. Just what has it meant to be a part of Basha? And, of course, winning the Open last year, now getting a chance to defend the title going into your senior year.
The culture around Basha is great culture. You know, we've been able to, you know, from past few years, be able to stay in the playoffs, you know, win one since I've been here, you know, actually go to it, and then, you know, semifinals, you know, every year becoming better. You know, even this year we want to be better than we were last year. You know, so give all thanks to my coaches and my family.
All right, real quick, for everybody back home watching, can you give us a Go Devils and Forks Up?
Yes, sir. Forks Up. Let's go. Go Devils.